What's up, guys? Buckle up because you're about to enjoy an excellent Snaps game preview where we tell you everything you need to know about this weekend's game and probably some stuff that you didn't. Enjoy. Colorado at Kansas. And Aaron, you have written quite the statement here to start our notes in our shared document. You wrote, Colorado is by far the best team in the Big 12. Talk on it.
The more, because I'll be honest, we talked about this yesterday. I have not watched a lot of Arizona State film. I've watched BYU sparingly this year, and then going back last night and then this morning to watch both of those teams as we prepared for this show. And then obviously watching Kansas last week as well. There's no doubt in my mind that Colorado is not the best team in that conference. They're the best quarterback. They're the best skill. Right now they're playing great defense. Their defense is getting after the quarterback. What area are any of these teams better?
I mean,
than
you
Colorado?
could just say they have the best pass rush. They lead in sacks. I think that's
the best pass
say.
rush. Like the gap between where they're playing right now at the quarterback and skill position players is significantly greater than anyone else in that conference. Significantly greater.
Well, and they have the best player in Travis Hunter too, right?
Well, I mean, you look at a lot of mock drafts. You have the number 1 and number 2 pick in the NFL draft right now too.
Yeah, true.
I mean,
true. And so they're
like, I think people are just like they're checking off every box.
They're checking off the toughest boxes. Yes. Like in the past, they didn't have that. Now they're at least tough up front. Yep. How are they protecting the quarterback, do you feel, this year? And I know Shooter is taking a ton of sacks, but that's kind of because of his style of play.
I think it's because of him mostly, though.
No, I know. That's what I'm asking. I'm saying, what's your evaluation of that Colorado offense?
Significantly better. And like there's the running numbers will never be gaudy or amazing, but I feel like they're improved. Like they're actually trying to run the ball more this year. I need to look up like the difference in rushing offense for them right now.
I mean,
a year ago,
it's still only 77. Well, but again, you actually can't take Colorado rush yards into play because Shooter sacks. But to your point, Aaron, it looks like maybe
10 yards more than they were a year ago. They're 10 yards more than they were a year ago.
I care more about the attempts. What are the attempts per game?
So last year was 358.
No, okay, so 29 attempts a game. Actually, that's at 28 this year. So no difference. Oh well, whatever. We're getting bogged down on this point.
Yeah.
So you think Colorado is the best team in the Big 12 by far? I think it's a very clear argument as to why that you just laid down. However, there might not be a more odd team in this conference than Kansas.
Yep.
You also wrote Kansas better than record. I completely agree with that. If you look at things like the S&P Plus, where Kansas ranks, every team around them's like 6-3, 7-2, 5-4, and here they sit with a losing record. And it's like, well, how does that happen? Like the analytics do not line up with their record. They just had a complete and utter disastrous start to the season. And it's interesting because it was against a couple teams that at the time we thought sucked. So we kind of wrote off Kansas completely. But look, you open the season, you play Lindenwood, whatever. But then you lose to Illinois, who we now know, oh, wait, Illinois is good. Like that's a good football team, ranked. Then you lose to UNLV. You're like, oh, UNLV, they suck. Oh, wait, no, UNLV's now ranked. They're good as well. They blew a game against West Virginia that they had in the bag, up huge late in the fourth, somehow found a way to lose. They dropped to TCU, which is maybe the most inexplicable, not the best loss there. Then they lost to, again, a currently ranked Arizona State. So 3 teams that we thought sucked beat them, but actually these teams are good. Since then, they smashed Houston. They barely lose to Kansas State. And then they now have back-to-back ranked wins over Iowa State and BYU.
Yep.
So this is a Kansas team that, credit to Lance Leipold, very good coach, despite all of that awful start, kept this team together. And now they're looking for their 3rd ranked win in a row.
Well, it just comes down to Jalen's play. Jalen Daniels' play has been so much better as of late. I mean, you go back to early in the season, it's like 1 pick, 3 picks, 2 picks, another pick, another pick. I mean, just turnover after turnover after turnover. What happens with all these wins? He's not turning the ball over. He's protecting it. He's creating big plays. They do have good skill. I like their skill. I said this after the game this past weekend, watching them versus BYU. They got guys that can move it. Maybe just because BYU looks that slow, but Devin Nail at running back, really good running back. Grimm at the receiving spot. So there's players. It's just they've been in their own way, going against good teams And when you play good teams, you can't turn over the clip that Daniels was turning it over. So
Yeah.
I think he's obviously calmed that down significantly. He's playing better. Everyone else around him is playing better. It's a good team. Like I said in my notes, their record is they are significantly better than their record. I just don't think that they're still anywhere near as good as Colorado.
Kansas with a pretty good pass rush as well. Third in the conference. They got 24 sacks in the year. They're third in the conference in picks with 12. So, I think this is a really tight game. I think Colorado wins this like 32-29 or something like that. I think being on the road against a Kansas team that's kind of like, because remember, Kansas coming
Vegas
into
is a
the year
2.5-point spread. So I mean, they anticipate a close game.
Yeah, I mean, Kansas coming into the year and a lot of, was kind of in a lot of places considered to be the Big 12 favorite. So hell hath no fury like a playoff team scorned. Like they had playoff aspirations. And now when you have that disaster start, you can implode. But like I said, I think Leipold managed to rally this team. And now they just want to fuck people up. Like they just want to play spoiler. And I think they're going to give Colorado everything they want. I agree with the chat. I can't remember who made the point. Chip Havlicek. He said mobile quarterback is huge against Colorado. I believe that. And yeah, and if Jalen Daniels plays a clean game here, then maybe even Kansas wins. But because of the reasons you said at the beginning, I like Colorado, like you said, like 32-29.
Yeah, I forgot this is a neutral site game because Kansas is playing all their games in Arrowhead this year. So the game will be in Arrowhead in Kansas City.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep.
How did I know that?
Yep. They're playing
Why they build a new stadium?
I don't know. Look it up. Kansas, though, third in the Big 12 in sacks with 24.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they got a pretty good. They're third in picks, third in sacks. They're very disruptive pass defense, so they should be able to make it a little hard on Shedeur and company there. But to your point,
I think Colorado right now is just in the zone.
Overwhelming.
I think they're just in the zone right now. This is a team that's playing high level football. They know they're good. Confidence is a bitch, boys and girls. Confidence is a big part of this game. I think you have a Colorado team that now believes that they can play with anyone else in the country because they're proving it right now.
Aiden Lykoski says week 13 has a chance to be horrible luck for a lot of teams thinking they could be playoff ready. I agree with that. There's a lot of trappy sort of spots here, right?
I wouldn't consider this a trappy game. I know the record may fool you, but I don't think Colorado, because of the fact that Kansas has had the 2 wins they've had back-to-back against ranked teams, is overlooking them.
That's true. And because of who Kansas was even like last year and kind of the year before.
I mean, they literally have played 3 straight ranked games, lost by 2 to Kansas State, beat Iowa State, beat BYU. That team is 2 for 3 in ranked games the past 3 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, it's a good point. Trappy is actually not a good way to describe this game. I would agree with that. Good counterpoint. Okay. So how much do you like Colorado to win though?
I think they win by 4-7. I would take Colorado to with the points.
All right. Oh, well, I'd say that was informative and fun. If you agree, please hit the like button, sub, and we'll see you next time for some more snaps.